this show, some more personal than others. Today's episode was made possible because of my next guest. She is one of our producers and has been since season 1. This spring, she came out as transgender at 63 years old, an experience she wrote about for the HuffPost. Please welcome Caragh Donley, everybody.
Thank you.
So you two know each other.
We sort of do now.
Yeah.
We met on the phone a few days ago.
Yeah, and
So you go way back.
besties. Yeah, we're besties.
Yes, I like it. I like it. Well, so you, I remember talking to you. You always knew, right?
Yeah, I mean, from the time you're conscious, when I was 7, I had this dream, recurring dream, that Tabitha from Bewitched would come over to our house, and she would ask me if I wanted to play. I would say, sure. She would say, drink this first. I would drink it, then I was a girl, and we'd go play.
How did you get the courage to take the step? Because at 63, it must have been years of not being able to do it.
It's a few decades.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a layered answer. And first, that I don't think I'm courageous at all. I think the courage is everybody here who befriends me. They're the brave ones. They're the courageous ones.
I think both.
But the main instigator, like I'd been to therapists when I was 21. I started hormones. I got scared. I stopped. That happened for decades. And then over the pandemic, when everybody's just sitting in their homes, kind of really contemplating your own life, I thought about that. My kids had grown up and moved on to their own lives. My stepdad died. It was a lot of life changes. Then on the show, Sharon Stone was my guest way back, and we had like an hour-and-a-half conversation. We didn't talk about this, but we talked about just living your truth and being yourself, and that's all that matters. And Sharon Stone knows that better than anybody. And I just, a week later, went back to the doctor and said, all right, this time's for real, and I've never turned back.
It's interesting, that conversation that turned everything.
Yeah,
it's powerful.
I mean, it wasn't even about any of this. It was just she and I talking about how you have to be whatever it is you feel. And I come from this background of life is to be endured, not enjoyed. And so I've subscribed to that like my entire life.
For too many years.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
I think when I listen to that, I think that so many of us, whether we're trans or not, get to a point when we can't lie to ourselves anymore about what our circumstances are, who we are, and we have to make the change, be in the truth, and make the changes to be true to ourselves. And that's what I hear. I experienced it at 26, and you experienced it at 63. And also, when we talked the other day on the phone, when you tried to transition at 21, you didn't have support. And the difference is you have a different support system now. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's all what we talked about and what I don't know if I've entirely expressed to you, because a lot of this is because of you. Because of the tone you set on the show. And I wasn't actually going to do this. But I remember when I first told you and then started telling everybody else. And I had never had that. I had never had people I wasn't paying $250 an hour to talk to about all this. And it was like the first time that I could tell anybody that I could come to an environment that you've created, that Alex has created, that is where you can just come, feel like everyone supports you.
Yeah.
And I just never had that. And this is the first time, like when we got to New York, which I also thank you for, because this wouldn't have happened if we hadn't come to New York. I just would have begged out.
Happy everyone's happy.
It's like the first big staff meeting we had, and everyone was so great. Everyone knew my pronouns. Everyone remembered my name. And it just, like, I realize I'm not necessarily a passing person yet, getting there with the great hair. But I just realized trans is enough. Like, you don't have to be
Trans
anything
is
else.
beautiful.
Yeah. And the comparison I like to use, because that's how I speak, is it's like living your whole life in the diving helmet, like the thing with the big, and you can see the world, you're in the world.
But you don't feel
You're not a part of the world. And I put that suit on myself when I was 7. Like, I put it on, just it was safety. I mean, I don't know if you ever had that, but for me, it was safety. I didn't have to connect to the world. I could see it, I could function, but now...
That's not a way to live, though.
No, but doing all this, being
now
this,
you've taken the diving helmet, the diving suit off.
I'm skinny dipping now.
Well, we're going to be right back with What I'm Liking, everybody.